What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Jay over here, BlackArms223, and we are back. And as you can tell from the thumbnail, we are talking about the CZ SP-01 competition red. Well, it started off as a competition red, but of course, here we're going to make some upgrades and we changed a whole new life on it. Definitely going to dive into that build, my thoughts on it, the aspect of the gun, what I'm using it for, and how it's been performing. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get a couple bills paid. I'm going to drop a few links down below. Discount codes. If you need to upgrade your parts or looking to upgrade your parts, even get new holsters, check out these brands. One of my favorite, my go-to. You're going to see a lot on this channel and details in depth about information and products that they have as well. Without further ado, let's roll that intro.
Killing the other intros, there's room for you to learn and to grow. Step up your info, yeah, put up a pistol. It's BlackArms223, this is the intro.
All right, I appreciate you guys liking and subscribing to the channel, but without further ado, let's talk about the star of the show. So, the CZ SP-01 competition starts off looking like this. And as you can tell, we made a few changes to it on this channel, so now it looks like this, right? And for video purposes, always make sure the firearm is clear. No ammunition, drop the safety, no round in chamber. As you can tell, we are good to go. Right, so the CZ SP-01 red is a fantastic gun as is, right? SP-01, beautiful gun. The competition version just takes that up a notch. It gives you the SP-01 look, but it gives you that competition level style trigger, hammer, feel overall, controls, right? So the standard SP-01 red competition has a 7.5 pound double trigger, 3.5 single action trigger, right? It doesn't come milled for optic. We've got that taken care of. It gives you a competition hammer as well, but what I also did was I advanced that hammer and added an apex. So still kind of balanced there, right? So the overall changes I made to this firearm, it's not too many because I wanted to keep it consistent. That way I know when I'm running it, it's running the way I want it to run, right? So the standard factory version does come with a 21 round magazine. I did not change that. This is still 21 rounds, but what I did instead of using the red base plates, I actually went and got brass to make it a little bit more heavier in the firearm. So when I'm dropping my mag, there's more consistency in it. We are using this for USPSA competition. And so far, we probably put maybe like 1,400 rounds through this firearm. Of course, could be more, but we're not sponsored with ammo. So you got to work with me, guys. I'm going to do this on my own pace as I can get through these firearms, as I can afford the ammo, end of the day. What we did was we took it to Impact Machines, and we had him mill in the top slide, cut some of that chunk out, give it some lighter reciprocation as the slide's going back and forth. He dropped in and cut out the top part of it as well for an arm and armor plate. They kind of give you an option to run optics as you please. It does keep my backup iron sights, as you can tell. So when I'm running full and my dot goes out, I'm perfectly fine with that. I have my backup, so I am good to go. Please check out Impact Machines. They are fantastic, by the way. What I also did below hand was, again, I went ahead and swapped out for the Apex trigger. Sorry, Apex hammer, competition hammer as well. Changed a few springs in there also, just to kind of make sure everything is still functioning, but still beautiful. Like I said, what that actually did to my overall was basically drop the 7.5 down to about 6.5 and made it 3 closer to about 2.5 on trigger pull. So this thing is a lot crisper when I'm shooting it. I freaking love this thing so far. Like I said, again, we ran probably like 1,400 rounds through it, and it's been consistent. Like I'm going to drop some footage here as well. Just heads up as well, we did tint the barrel. So the barrel is originally black, but we tended to kind of match the base pass. That way it's consistency across the board. Which gave me a little bit of a headache in the beginning because, of course, me not knowing too much about CZs, just being transparent with you, they love to be wet. That's what she said. But CZs are consistent like that. When it comes to CZs, if you keep them wet, they're going to run without a problem. So first match, oh man, I ran that thing and it wasn't wet enough. So of course I got a few malfunctions, caused me a headache. By the third stage, I was like, okay, where's the butter? Where's the butter? I had some guns and butter there. Guns and butter officially kind of kept it lube, soaked it. I drowned it in liquid. Once I did that, man, she ran flawlessly after that. Second match, here we go, all right? Had a bunch of fun with that one. That was absolutely fun as well. I had a hiccup, but I made that work. But the gun ran flawlessly. Didn't have any malfunctions. Was consistent on the double tap. Was consistent overall when I came through each stage. What I did to the grip, because it comes with those bright red aluminum CZ grips. Looks nice, but me, that's a bit bright for myself. So I went ahead and swapped them out for the lock grip palm swells, which gives you, if you look closely, it gives you some of the girth that you're looking for when gripping your firearm. You want to make sure your hand is able to consistently stick on there without any problems. But this thing runs flawlessly. And like I said, with CZ, there's two things you're going to need to do. Keep it wet.
Stand by. Oh, okay.
That's what she said. And keep a high, tight grip on this firearm. This gun loves to be grip tight. If you loosen the grip on the CZ, it's not going to cycle properly. The slide's not going to go all the way back because, again, remember, CZs put their slide inside of the frame. So if you got a loose grip and it doesn't give the gun an opportunity to fully cycle the firearm or the slide itself, you're going to get a little bit of a jam. So keep that in mind when working with CZs. Again, up top, so I went with the Swamp Fox Justice, right? I had the Swamp Fox Kraken on there, but to me, I like the Kraken, one of my favorite options, as you can tell they're up here on the board as well. The window's just not big enough for me with competition. Realized that probably like the second match when I realized, okay, I need a bigger window. So I went with the Justice. The Justice has a 1x27, beautiful window, able to see the crisp green dot. I love green because I have astigmatism, works perfectly for me. This dot is crisp, clean, and every time I bring it up, it's consistent. That's one thing I always ask for when it comes to a red dot. Crisp, clean glass, and consistency on draw, which of course that's all about your work you put into your draw, but I want to be able to sure I can see that dot in that window when I need to. But again, we're about 1,400 rounds through this CZ. So far, I have no complaints. Honestly, I am in love with this platform. It's consistent, it's firm, it's heavy. And to me, I love heavy firearms. I carry heavy firearms EDC, carry it outside. It doesn't matter. I will run a heavy firearm like it's nothing. This one probably came in about, I want to say 46 ounces when it came to overall. For 43, I believe, 43. I'll double check. I'll put it down here somewhere. 43 ounces overall. But of course, with the brass base plates, add about 4 more ounces on there. So it feels consistent. It's well balanced. Like if I actually just hold that, that's it. It's well balanced. It's going to stay where you put it at. This firearm is beautiful. But if you have any additional questions or have any other concerns about the CZ, feel free to leave me a comment. Let's talk about it. Let's conversate about it. I'm going to be more consistent with these videos, guys. I'll be back soon with another one. But if you like this one, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate the support. Stay tuned. Got a lot more to go. Shout out.